97 seconds.
Baes Boyz podcast live in the studio.
This has to be the fast one. Oh, it's super late. This has to be the super fast one.
Super fast one?
The super fast one.
I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah. So, listen, before we get into what we were going to talk about, which is some cinema stuff, we need to throw shout outs to the people that just passed. And if you don't know, the guy from Mortal Kombat died.
No way.
How do you say his name? The guy who plays Shang Tsung?
I don't know.
Yeah, the main bad guy.
He just passed, huh?
Yeah. There's another one too. So the guy from Mortal Kombat just died. I don't want to butcher his name, but I'm going to try. His name is Kerry Tagawa.
Okay.
Something like that, right? So he just passed. He plays the main guy, the bad guy from Mortal Kombat, like we said. I know everybody's like, there has to be other movies. There is, but who cares? Nobody cares about anything about Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you're talking about the movie, not the video game.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the movie. Yeah, the movie guy. So he just passed. And then the guy who played the bad guy in The Mask just died.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the same dude who plays Zed from Pulp Fiction, which was not a good role. You know, I was today years old when I figured that out. That's how fucked up that movie is.
Wow.
That it's just in the other side of my hemisphere. So this dude played a bad guy in my favorite movie of all time, and then also played a bad guy in the not so favorite movie of all time.
Gotcha.
Isn't that wild?
That's weird.
It is weird.
That's wild. That's wacky. That's weird.
Especially since, you know, one guy was doing grapey things and the other guy just had a mask on.
Right, yes.
Like one guy just wanted money.
Yeah, I got you.
But then Zed comes in.
Ugh.
But anyways.
Get the gimp.
Let's get into our... oh, God. Dude, I saw that movie in elementary school. It was all fucked up.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That movie scarred me for like life. You know, for like 15 years, I wouldn't watch Tarantino because of that.
Oh, I did not know
that's
that.
a real fucking thing. Because I was, as a kid, I was like, brother, like, if this is what your movies are like, you know, I'm not 100% sure I want to see what the rest of them procure, so to speak, right? Like, Pulp Fiction makes you feel a very, very, I guess, what would you say, like, certain kind of way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why that dude's movies, you know, are the way that they are, so to speak.
Okay.
Right?
They wrap you up.
They wrap you up, like, and then they also
they become part of pop culture, and people make homages to them in other movies.
Listen, dude.
Like I saw one where they had a dude tied to a chair, and they started playing the music from from Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs, starts
and
dancing.
He's dancing around, but
pretty sure I just watched that movie. What was that?
Oh yeah, that was weird, right? Why did we both see that?
Yeah, because he was like, "Yeah, do the blah blah." And he goes, "Okay," and then turns it on and starts doing the Reservoir Dogs. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "Reservoir Dogs." Dude, what movie is that? We both watched that.
That's so weird. I just saw that probably in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, so did I. What the fuck is that from?
It was the guy from the King of Queens. It was the dad from King of Queens.
Wait a minute. Did you watch that movie that he just did with the new Jack Reacher where he was doing the Playdate movie?
I didn't see no Jack Reacher shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I'm super creeped out at the fact that both of us are talking about movies, that same scene, first of all, because I just watched somebody who did that. And I remember because somebody was sitting next to me and went, "Oh yeah, that's a scene from something else." And I was like, "Yeah, it's Reservoir Dogs. Come on, dog."
Right.
Like, everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. That dude's a fucking psycho in that movie.
Oh yeah.
That dude
Tom
needs
Sizemore?
to be, yeah. No, that's not Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, it is.
It's a different guy. No, it's not.
I'm telling you, it was Tom Sizemore that did okay.
The dance?
Yeah.
No. It's the gorgeous looking Elvis dude who always talks like this. Never does anything higher than this tone. Now that does remind you of Tom Sizemore, but if you remember correctly, Tom Sizemore in Saving Private Ryan threatened to shoot that guy in the face, and he was not quiet about it. Oh yeah, Joe Skelly's getting at it, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting at it.
I'm telling you. The reason that I know too is because he looks like Ricky Mork. say his name.
Tom Sizemore, Reservoir Dogs.
That is not Tom Sizemore.
Yes, it is.
No, Tom Sizemore's the fat guy from...
That's Tom Sizemore.
There's no way I'm looking this up. Before I do, though, look. The Pulp Fiction actor name is Peter Green. R.I.P. to him. That's Tom Sizemore.
Right, I'm telling you, he was the guy that cut off the ear in Reservoir Dogs.
Get the fuck out of here. You're gonna...
By the way, did you ever see the docuseries he made himself called Being Tom Sizemore?
No, did he? Wait, did I watch that one?
Where he's smoking crack?
Right here, Michael Madsen. That's him. He cuts the ear.
Okay, it was Michael Madsen.
Yeah. So,
I was wrong.
No, I didn't watch that one.
Tom Sizemore years ago did a docuseries about himself.
Was it good?
Called Being Tom Sizemore.
I could have sworn we talked about this.
Yeah, we did. And he's smoking crack in it, and it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, I did not watch that one.
Yeah.
But that's pretty fucking funny, though. So, Tom, first of all, a lot of actors smoke crack. So
it's like a thing.
It's not surprising.
Okay.
Tom Hardy sucked dick for crack, and he's very open about that.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, I've had to suck dick to get crack, so I'm fine with whatever. Like, pretty much.
Oh, my.
Oh, yeah. He's also one of the dudes that, like, when asked about his, he's like, oh, have you ever had a gay relationship? He's like, bro, I'm in the arts. Everybody experiments. And I was like, all right, thumbs up to you, buddy. You can do whatever you want. You're a big dog. You Bane. You blowing up Gotham, so I'm sure you done something.
Yeah, probably.
Weird when we're not looking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyways, let's talk about that hunk of man in the new 2024.
Oh, so you finally watched
both
Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2024.
Yeah, Blade Runner
2049.
Yeah. As we spoke about before with Blade Runner, the original, I watched that throughout our childhood in 10-minute increments on TBS.
So you never got to see the whole thing?
No. So I finally watched it all.
Okay, what'd you think?
I loved it. Like, from the perspective of what it is.
They're saying when they filmed it, it was a fucking nightmare. The whole thing was a nightmare because of all the scenes and how they had to film the scenes with the rain.
The original?
Oh, yeah. And I guess Harrison Ford and the director were butting heads the whole time. And
really?
Yeah. I guess he and the chick in the movie were having some issues. It was weird. I think the movie came out. I enjoyed the movie.
The original.
Yeah. I liked it a lot because it was a weird science fiction. I'm a huge science fiction fan. And so when it came out and I saw it originally, it was like cyberpunk meets, sci-fi.
Right.
Which was a weird genre, with the neon lights and everything everywhere and how dark they made it look.
I think that movie was definitely ahead of its time in the color work, like you're saying.
Right.
It's
in the scenes.
Like that movie could have been Star Wars. If they would have just put all the lights on 100% white, that would have been Star Wars.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they had like real dramatic effect to it.
They said
Star Wars didn't have any of that.
First thing early in the morning before the sun came up or after the sun went down.
Right.
They were never
keep it fucking dark and sad and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this, and I think, or maybe I just had this conversation with myself, but to me, it's, I don't know how to describe it in words, but what is that thing when a person, literally deals with a mentality their whole life, and then it just flips? You know what I mean? Like we've talked about straight edge kids. Like you're straight edge one day, you're beating people up for smoking cigarettes in front of you, and then the next day you're doing crack, or whatever. But like in this guy's case,
something so profound took place that he did a 180 on his position.
Right. And this guy's case, well, we've talked to that one dude who, remember, his line was, "Can you believe I went to war for this?" You remember? And he's smoking a joint, and you're like, oh, haha, yeah. Like, this is the same thing. Like, this dude went to war to do this thing. He goes all the way through the movie, and then he gets to the end, and he just collects up the evidence and takes it with him.
Right.
And you're like, brother, what are you doing?
Blade Runner, the premise of Blade Runner, if you don't know.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Harrison Ford plays a bounty hunter whose job
I thought he was a cop.
he was
Bounty hunter.
He's a bounty
Special
hunter.
cop.
Yeah, he's a bounty hunter that works for the cops.
Okay.
And his job
He's like the dirty cop.
is to track down what do they call them? Replicants.
Replicants, yeah.
They call them replicants.
Yep.
They're
NX8s or some shit, or
yeah.
Nexus
So
or
they're
something.
essentially robot-looking. They're robots that look like humans
And think they're humans,
and think they're humans,
or somehow.
but they were designed to work off-world, like on these colony planets that were being formed, right? Because the Earth is covered in radiation,
Right.
and people are abandoning Earth and going out to the stars. So they have to create these robots to work in these really difficult environments. You know, some are super strong for mining, some are this, some are that. And at some
Okay.
point in time, the replicants revolt.
Right. They want to be free.
They want to be free,
They want
right?
to be. They want human rights.
They want human rights. And so they're banned from Earth. And if they come back to Earth, the Blade Runner's job or the bounty hunter's job is to track them down and retire them or eliminate them. And Harrison Ford plays the guy whose job is to track them down, right?
Right.
And the problem was the original replicants didn't have an expiration date. And after the revolt, all replicants made after the revolt had a 5-year lifespan, I think it was.
Right. Something like that.
And so in the movie, these replicants come back to Earth because they want to meet their creator because they want more time.
And they know they're running out.
And they know they're running out.
Okay. And that's when you get that famous actor who's the bad guy. I don't remember his
Rutger
name
Hauer.
right now. Oh, like that.
The blonde guy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff.
Yes, he is.
I thought that was interesting. The first I hate to say this because people are going to be so mad. I could just hear Tommy Skelly right now like I hate to say this, bro, but the second movie almost seemed better than the first.
Okay.
Now again, that's if we put the first movie in its element and its actual timeline of when it was made, the movie's fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
Like beyond recognition.
Oh, the original.
Yeah.
The original was
being made what year? 80 something,
In the
91,
80s,
whatever.
yeah.
The original, whatever year it is. That original movie is fucking peak.
It was cutting edge.
100%. And it's almost not even cutting edge. It's like Total Recall, but if you took it seriously. You know what I mean? Like it's almost creepy.
Right? Remember
You know,
the
the way it
languages?
was
Remember
shot.
they said all these languages got combined, right?
Yeah.
So it was like a mix between Italian, Chinese, and some other languages all
And that's
mixed
how
together.
they were communicating.
Right. That's how they were talking with each other.
Yeah.
The street language was like a combination of like 5 modern languages because, you know,
Brother.
everybody kind of blended together in the future, right?
That's about to happen.
And
like that's about to really happen with what's going on
so
right
the
now.
other spoiler alert is Harrison Ford is interviewing this woman who happens to work for the corporation that makes the replicants.
Right.
And he's testing her to see if she's a replicant. He thinks she's a real woman originally.
Right. But then he notices something, or he gets like a funny feeling.
He gets a funny feeling, so he
And
runs
he's
her through
like-
some tests. And as a matter of fact, the guy who runs the corporation's like, I want you to test her.
Right.
Right? Go ahead, test her. If you think she's a replicant, test her.
Right.
Right? And you can't figure out whether she is or not. And then eventually you find out that she's a replicant.
Right.
And Harrison Ford falls in love with her.
Yeah. And scoops her away and they run away together.
And they run away together at the
Talk
end of the
about
movie.
pissing away your badge for something. For a piece of ass.
So he threw away his whole career.
Just to fuck a robot.
But it's not like she was made,
in love.
He was in love,
He
right?
was in love.
And it wasn't like she was necessarily like metal and robot parts like a Terminator.
No, they seem moderately organic.
Yeah,
Moderately.
They were more like clones that were upgraded clones.
They're more like the aliens robots. Like
Yeah.
even though they still bleed blood, they're very mimicked in the soft tissue, having these modulators.
Well, here's the
whatever.
weird thing: there is a crossover between aliens, the robots in Aliens, and
They
Blade
call them
Runner.
replicants in Aliens, don't they?
I think they have a different. I can't think of the name. They have a different name for them. But they're Tyrell Corporation and the other corporation
yeah, it
are
starts
mentioned.
with W, right?
Wayland Yutani
Thank you.
are mentioned in Aliens.
Oh shit.
Yes.
1982, by the way, the original Blade
Right.
Runner came out, so that's good.
So You thought the original was fantastic.
It was weird watching a movie where you'd seen every fucking scene but never seen it in sequential order.
Right.
So that kind of was fucking buggy, and I had a little bit of a hard time keeping up. But once they got going, it made sense. The second movie.
So, it's made. So this movie, original movie, was made from a book.
Right.
And the book was written by a guy named Philip K. Dick. Philip K. Dick.
What a name.
Wrote
that dude got picked on.
Almost every sci-fi movie you have ever seen is loosely based on one of his books.
Get the fuck out of here.
100%.
Well, like E.T. and shit?
Well, I don't know about E.T., but like he was one of the most prolific sci-fi writers ever.
No shit.
I mean, you got people like Robert Heinlein and all these other people, but Philip K. Dick's shit made up a lot of your movies that you've seen. Or they stole parts of his books to make these movies.
Right, and put it in there.
Right. And the book was called Do Electric Sheep Dream? I think that's the name of the book.
That's weird.
Because you got to remember, I don't even know if they showed it in the movie, is people wanted pets, but all these animals had died off from the radiation. So they were making robot pets for people.
That's why when he sees the dog in the second one, he goes, "Is that real?"
Right.
Oh,
and when he
makes
sees
sense.
the owl in the first one, he goes, "Is that a real owl?"
Oh.
Because if it's a real owl, it's priceless.
Right. Nobody could replace
and
it.
If it's a fake owl, it's like $100,000 item.
Oh, okay. Okay. That makes more sense now too.
Right.
Yeah, so the second movie, I'm going to be honest with you. I told Shaggy this. I actually avoided watching the second movie.
Okay.
I'm a huge Ryan Gosling fan, like huge. And I just was like, I don't want to watch a movie I don't understand and see you in it because I'm going to have all these memories that don't make any fucking sense. And I didn't really want to learn the movie. But since we watched the first one and then switched to the other one.
I'm sorry, let me excuse me. The title of the book is Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Oh,
because
right,
in the book,
they're animal, they would dream of robot sheep versus regular sheep like a human. That's pretty funny,
right? But in the book, he had fake, and that was also a status symbol, right?
That goes in the next movie. It's explained in the first one. I didn't pick up on that at all.
Right. So in the book, my man's got on the rooftops of their buildings. That's where they're keeping their animals.
Yeah.
And if like, hey, if something happened to your robot sheep, you didn't want your neighbors to know about it because you wanted your neighbors to believe you had a real one. And they had a catalog where you could order these things.
Get the fuck out of here.
And the company would come and pick it up and take it away and fix it and bring it back to you. Right?
Oh, that's fucking wild.
But they would have like hay up on the roof and stuff like that. And they'd look like real sheep and act like real sheep.
That's funny.
And real animals. Right.
And they just wanted them, huh?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Kind of, in a way.
Right. So Harrison Ford leaves at the end of the first movie. You think he's gone. Then Blade Runner 2049 comes out.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Again.
Ryan Gosling's in it.
Ryan Gosling doing amazing work.
He plays a Blade Runner.
He did great. What'd you think of him?
So it was very strange until I realized he's so emotionless.
Yeah, so thank you. I'm glad you brought this up.
He does an amazing job of showing zero emotion.
Until he gets in that little room and screams.
Right.
And I thought that I have that written down as one of the coolest parts where he dragged this whole, I was going to say that. Did you notice that in every fucking scene, he's just straight-lipped?
Yep.
You're like.
And every time when
the girl's getting naked, the robot's getting naked, he just sits there with his lips.
Right. Now, as a Blade Runner, he's isolated. He doesn't have any friends. He's emotionless. He has a girlfriend, but his girlfriend is a hologram.
Well, yeah, and we have to clarify, spoiler alert again, that whole second movie's fucking trippy as fuck. It makes no sense because first you start out, like your initial thought is he's a regular Blade Runner. Then you come in and find out, and they don't even care that he's a replicant Blade Runner. Then he spends the entire fucking movie convincing himself that he's not a replicant Blade Runner.
Well, so here's what happens. He goes to eliminate a replicant.
Yep.
Who turns out to be
Batista
Batista from the
whatever his
WWE,
name is.
Right?
Yeah.
By the way, who's an incredible actor. I love him in all the movies he does.
Did you watch Stuber?
Yeah, I've seen almost all the movies he's been in. He's a fantastic.
He is kind of funny.
He's a fantastic.
He says some dumb shit, but I like his acting.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah.
And he goes to retire the guy, but right before he goes to retire him, the guy says,
"You shovel shit."
You shovel shit. He goes, "But I've seen a miracle."
Yeah, he says, "You shovel shit because you've never seen a miracle in real life." Yeah, he says, and you're okay with it.
And you're okay with it, right? And then he kills Batista.
Right.
But as he's leaving...
Yeah, I literally have that line written down in the notes right here.
But as he's leaving, he somehow discovers there's this weird tree outside of Batista's house that has no leaves on it, and it's held up by guide wires. Like this tree is like a tombstone almost.
Yep.
And then he discovers that there's a box buried at the base of the tree, and they dig up the box, and they found the bones.
And the serial number on it.
They dig up the bones of this woman, but while they're looking at the bones of this woman, they find out that this woman was a replicant. And the interesting thing is he finds out that this replicant gave birth to a baby.
Right. They could tell by her pelvic bones or whatever that she had been adjusted for having a baby.
Right. She had a baby.
Which she's not supposed to be able to.
Because replicants aren't supposed to have babies.
Right.
And that's the miracle that Batista was talking about and what he defended to the death.
Right.
To keep the miracle from getting out.
Right.
Now, Ryan Gosling, the replicant, keeps having these weird dreams.
Right.
Of his childhood.
Yep.
So he thinks he's human.
And he has that toy that's from his dreams that he gets confused about because eventually the wood has a serial number written on it that has the same serial number written on that toy that ironically ends up on that same body too.
Right.
So he's like fucked up. And I got to tell you, bro, watching that whole movie, I don't know if it's because it was 3 a.m, because I might have been a little drunk, whatever, but it was confusing because you're literally following 3 storylines the whole time.
But the crazy part is Ryan Gosling starts to believe he's the baby that the replicant woman had.
Right, which was also crazy.
Right, and so now he's digging into this, trying to figure out if he is.
And then the boss comes down and tells him to look for it too. So that makes it even worse because now he's on the job, but also thinks he's the job.
Right. Yeah. The boss tells him, you got to find this baby and eliminate this baby.
Yeah. And honestly, I had this written down in my notes. Look, it says backwards first movie. And I know what I was thinking when I wrote it. It's almost as if both the movies are backwards. Like the human is searching for robot the whole movie in the first one. And in the second movie, the robot is searching for human.
Or what he thinks is
human. What he hopes and believes.
He hopes he's a human and not a replicant.
The other thing that's super fucking creepy that really fries your brain is if you think about like the philosophical part, you have a guy who didn't care to understand the machine until he saw there was human in it that he became attracted to. And then you have Gosling who believes he's human, but also doesn't have a problem being in love with a machine.
Right.
Like he doesn't care. That whole thing in itself is also scary too, because we're headed right towards that.
Right.
Right. Like that was some trippy,
and
weird
then he
shit.
Gets some thread that leads him out to old Las Vegas, or new Las Vegas, if you will.
Right.
And nobody goes to Las Vegas because it's out in the super irradiated zone. And when he gets out there, he runs into fucking Harrison Ford. Right.
At the end. And I think he knew that he was looking for Decker over there, but didn't really.
So then the question became, is Decker his dad?
Right. And this is like the whole movie. You're just questioning this over and over. Fuck, I hate that our listeners are going to listen to this and hear all these spoiler alerts. And I'm like, bro, you actually need to watch the movie.
The movie is fantastic.
Yeah, it's been out for 10 years, though. So if you haven't watched it yet,
if you like sci-fi,
we're not super concerned you haven't watched it yet, because you probably aren't going to if you haven't seen it yet.
Look, the movie's incredible.
You know how I knew he was a robot?
How?
When she fucking called him in the middle of his makeout scene. When he was like doing whatever, and the boss just dialed in and was like, hey, here now. Didn't ask him what he was doing. Didn't care. Like, hey, are you busy? Are you having dinner? Are you with your mom?
Right.
No, there was no human interaction. She was like, here, now, go look. come back and let me know what's going on.
Right. But here's the weird thing is she made a pass at him. His boss made a pass at him.
Oh, which part?
She's drunk and she's talking to him. And it's like she's trying to sleep with him.
Yeah.
Which
weird. Makes sense. It's Ryan Gosling.
Right.
So, everybody wants a piece of that guy's booty somehow. I don't know. Ladies want him and men want to be him.
Right. I guess so.
It's just, it is a backwards thing.
It is a fantastic sci-fi movie. The way they shot it, dude, when he's driving, so he's got a flying car in the movie. And when he's flying around in his car, he looks out the side windows and the front window. And when he does it, even on your TV screen at home, it's so well done.
Yeah.
That you feel like you're in the car.
You're just in that city.
Yeah, you're in the car with him as he's flying around.
Listen, while we're talking about the flying around scenes, that big girl with the titties scene is insane. Like the AI talking to him on the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
While she's like, "Oh, you look so sad, Joe." What's really weird about that, right? He's not named right there, but she calls him Joe.
Right.
She's like, "Oh, how come you're so sad, Joe?" And blah, blah, blah. And you're like...
Okay, so Ryan Gosling gave himself a name.
Right. I thought the AI girl gave it to him.
The AI girl.
She was like, "I kind of like, blah, 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 something Joe." And he's like, "All right, Joe's fine." But my thing is how did that robot bitch...
Maybe he dreamed it.
No, did he? I thought he was walking out of the police station when he did that.
Well, he's...
Because he was walking on that bridge or whatever, and he's all fucked up.
Right.
And that big VR girl comes over and starts talking to him, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Right, but because that's how they...
I thought that was a
VR
advertisement. Yeah, an advertisement. I just thought it was weird that she called him Joe, and she's like, blah, blah, blah.
And the only person that knew his name was Joe...
was the AI girl.
Was the AI girl and him.
Right.
Right?
So is that AI girl linked? The AI girl alone is an entire story on itself. Like, that was... What did you think of that?
That was crazy.
Listen, do you remember the movie Gamer at all?
No.
That's that movie where Gerard Butler lives in a world where you can sync to people, like what Daddy Elon wants to do, but you as a gamer on a computer are syncing to a human in Hong Kong and living through them.
Oh.
So that's what that made me think of, because when she brought the hook, the AI girlfriend getting my man a hooker I'm like...
And then she VR'd herself over the hooker's body.
And then she's like, "I have to sync, don't do anything." And I'm just thinking in my head, like, that's terrifying. When we get to that level, the human population will drop off.
Oh, yes.
It will drop off.
Yeah. Because
men will no longer need to, like, what would you do?
Right.
If you can offer, and we're already seeing it now, we've discussed this at extensive amounts, like dudes who are already echo chambering AI girls.
Oh, right.
Listen, dude, and God, I hate to point all this out, but coming from a world of long distance relationships, like, is it different if the girl on the phone tells you you're amazing versus the girl sitting next to you? Like, so if you're mentally getting this drip into your ear all day from this, that AI girl was like, "I made you dinner. I did this. I want to be this. I want to be real for you. I got you a hooker." Brother, know a shit ton of people. You know a shit ton of people. You have added to the plethora of stories that I have sealed in my vault of stories like 1,000-fold, and neither one of us knows a man who's like, "Yeah, my woman got me a fucking bed treat."
Yeah, no.
That's never happened. The fact that this AI girl was like, "I want to be connected to you, and I got this." I don't know if he came home and the hooker was already there, but I'm like, bro.
No, she came to the door after he was home.
Like, you invited a hooker up here. Like, you're a computer. Imagine if you came home one day and your Dell
Alexa.
desktop. Yeah, Alexa got you a strippergram. That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
And this is the best part. The whole time, my man's straight-lipped. He's like,
oh, yeah. Zero emotion the whole movie.
Zero emotion.
Except for that one scene.
Until he gets mad and is like, "I fucking knew it. I knew it." And you're just like, did you though, bro? Did you?
But what do you think of the ending?
Dude, the whole movie's trippy. Like, the end, the ups and downs of that movie were epic beyond measure.
Oh, yeah.
Right up until, like you said, I mean, there's other parts in here. How about the part where the hooker left and she was like, oh, don't look at me that way. She's like, I've been inside of you. There's not as much there as you think.
Oh.
Brother. The hooker insulting the VR girlfriend as she walks out was just the wildest thing. Like, the lines in that movie about mortality and souls and do you have a soul? Like, hey, I just fucked your man for you. You don't have a soul. You're not that smart.
That's rough.
That is so dirty.
Yeah, it's super rough.
That is so dirty. And let's talk about the fact that when he shows up and finds Harrison Ford, first of all, that was the other part that gave away that he was a repli. Like, he fights Harrison Ford and Harrison Ford couldn't keep up at all.
Right.
And he's just taking it. And I'm like, brother, there's a lot of 25-year-olds that'll take punches to the mouth, but not like this.
Right.
Like, he just took it. And then he's like, well, we could keep doing this. Harrison Ford's like, yeah, you're obviously a machine because I just beat your ass and you don't care. He's like, oh, you want to get a drink or we keep doing this, and lets the robot choose, like, let's go get a drink.
Right.
And then up until that moment, he's still pushing to believe that he might be Harrison, because at that point in the movie, he thinks he's Harrison's kid. Right. So now he's like, I like the part where he goes, well, why would you stay away from your kid? Well, being strangers was healthier for the kid than not. And when he leaves the room and Gosling goes, cheers to being strangers. Like, almost like, thanks, Dad.
Right.
Like, thanks, Dad. And we're not even at that level.
Right. The movie.
It was a fucked up movie.
It's a fucked up movie.
The guy who's the replicant is chasing a storyline. He's in his perfect life, but he's chasing another identity.
Because he doesn't want that.
Right. He doesn't. He feels it. He dreams it. Right. He talks about it. That's the other opposite end of the movie. The first movie, you're watching the cop who must eliminate. The second movie, you're watching the robot who wants to exist.
Right.
Which is, you're like, what? Like,
I don't have a lot of movies in my personal movie collection.
Yeah.
This is one that's in my personal movie collection.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I can't believe I really put it off because I was like, look, dude, I don't want a half a story in my brain that's going to make me go watch a movie I've seen all the scenes to. I would have never watched it if we hadn't talked about it, to be honest. And I love everything Ryan Gosling does. Like, since forever. Like, he's a great, I don't know what you call him, but he's a great actor.
And he does his character as well.
No, he does. And he came out early, kind of louder. Like, he was in Titans, whatever. Remember the Titans? He was a good character, small character in that one. He's come out with most of his roles being well, but he's matured into all of his roles.
I would agree with that.
Like, lately, he had super strong Drive vibes in this movie.
Yes.
Like, Drive, in Drive, you knew what was, no pun intended, driving the man. Like, he wanted to be a racer. Like, that was his goal, right? But his laser focus, that laser, you have 5 minutes. From fucking the first minute until the 5th minute, I'm yours. On the 6th minute, I'm not yours anymore, and you have to do something else. You know what I mean? Like, having that very cut line discipline, like, who do you really see that has a lot of that? Not a lot of people. My man's doing weird shit. He was doing he was hanging out with the married girl who's got the prison daddy, that's away. And then he's having to hang out with these people in Drive. In Drive. Okay. And like, he's hanging out with those people, but he's not showing any emotion. Like, the whole Drive movie, the first time you see him smile is when the kid's like, yeah, we can take a ride. And he's like, okay. Like, you're just kind of like, what the fuck's wrong with you, bro? But in this movie, he's got his whole life. He's got it fucking
He's pretty much
out.
Content with what he does.
Right. He's good. He's very good. Like, just like
he's good at his job.
Just like Harrison Ford, he's supposed to be one of the better guys. How did you like the baseline test they were doing with the brainwashing?
Oh, when he gets back?
Yeah, every time.
Every time he gets back. Yeah, every time he gets back, if he doesn't respond a certain way. That's the other part, right? He's a replicant. Here's your job. You have to go eliminate other replicants. And when you get back, they test you to make sure
to see if your baseline is correct.
To see if your baseline is correct. And if it's not, then you get eliminated.
So that scene was really cool because that's when you obviously, if you're just thinking along the lines of it, you're kind of like, yeah, you're definitely a replicant. But at the same time, if you know anything about what they're doing to him with that psychological bullshit, like they're really trying to out him, right? Like asking him regular questions, forcing him to give reactions, and then purposely throwing, that's like old school interrogation 101. Like you flood, and then throw the other one in and they can't think and they got to blurt answers. And that's why they came back. And dude, they were measuring how his mouth was moving.
Oh yeah.
You know, how his eyes, his fucking thing. And she was able to say like, hey man, you're not a true believer today.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's basically what she was saying.
You need to go home and get a rest.
Yeah. She's like, you're off the fucking mark. You know, we don't know what you're doing, but you're not you.
Right. Which is supposed to be this emotionless automaton.
Guy.
Right.
Right. And he couldn't hide that. Could, you know, I don't know. It goes back to the, you know, robot versus no robot, which is the open of the whole movie is exactly about that. So if it's a robot with organic, you know, do they deserve to be humans or whatever?
What makes a human a human?
The old argument is the soul.
Right.
That's what they say.
Right. And they say birth.
So
at birth, you get a soul, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a thing.
You're not human because you don't have a soul because you weren't given birth.
You weren't given birth to. You were made.
You were made
in a lab.
So a replicant that has a baby.
Right. Would be an anomaly, would be a new. And that was
a new life form.
Dude, that's the fifth story of this whole fucking thing.
Right.
Is all the people that were like, oh, she's going to lead our army and this and that and all this jazz. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, well, you know, she's a born replicant, so she's legit. We have faith that we can keep going and we can be these people and
we can have our own kids, which is crazy because what you're forgetting here is the head of the corporation, right, who makes the replicants, said the previous corporation had a replicant that gave birth, and that's the one thing we cannot replicate. We cannot recreate. We don't have the tech because there was like an EMP that wiped everything out.
Reset everything. That's right.
Reset everything, right? So they're like, we need to get this baby to figure out how it was made, because if we can stop, stop making them and they give birth,
that's right.
It was like going back to slavery.
Well, and
right?
here
your replicants have children. Your replicants' children become your new slaves.
So here's the thing too. First of all, I could do without Jared Leto being in the movie.
Okay.
Like I like my man because he was in Fight Club, but he's a freak.
He's a kind of a nutter.
And I like him, but I'm like, eh. Now here's what's weird. He had the perfect dose of him in that movie.
Okay.
He didn't do anything. He talked some shit like 4 times.
That's it.
And then it was over.
Yeah.
Right? Which I thought was kind of impressive. The other excuse me. The other weird thing was I saw the glowy eyes from the start, but the way he was talking, where he was like, they're all my children and they deserve to live and we deserve this and we're the new this. It's like, brother, is he a replicant?
No, I think he lost his eyesight and he had an implant that allowed him to see. And he had those little drones that would fly around and send him images back to his brain.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, bro, this is very sexually confusing for me. Because I don't know if you're a human who just wants to diddle all the robots, so you're trying to make millions. You know, now they're all your children, so this is getting culty.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know, that guy's culty in general. So I'm like, brother, you're making it awkward.
It was super awkward.
You're getting fucking... Oh, so it's funny that we landed on that guy as my notes were going through it. We're literally timelining the notes. Did you know that that's the same guy that did Sicario?
Who?
The director?
No, I did not know that.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
It does have that vibe. Because Sicario's very, like, for being an action movie, you have to admit there's like a line of realism that you can make in action movies that most action movies don't care, right? So let's say you're the good guy. you show up at this house, you shoot up the house, the cops show up, you're like, hey, I'm so-and-so from LAPD, and then 2 days go by and you're shooting up another house. Like, that would never really fucking happen, right? Sicario, they were like, hey, we're going to do this. Oh, okay, let me check with 5 people and the president. Okay, it's good to go. Okay. Then they go kill 10 people. Then they come back and they're like, hey, you kind of fucked the pooch on this. We need you to fix this. And then they're like, well, we might be able to do that. Let's hit this tunnel and see if it works, and we'll see if that fixes the pooch. And they're kind of like, okay, fine. And then they go do that, and then they come back and they go, hey, you kind of fucked it up, bro. What are you doing? And you know what I mean? And so you have this realistic, like, we did something. Does it have consequences? Oh, it doesn't. We can keep going vibe, right? And even in the movie, eventually when Benicio's moving the girl, he's like, listen, man, they told us we're cutting ties. Good luck. And he secretly is saying, they told me to whack you, but good luck, right? You have these very ebbs and sad flows in that movie, and it's very, they do very quiet scenes.
Oh, in Sicario?
Yeah, like, bro, like the scenes of just the very like stoic vibe of his whole character, you know, him digging the hole and I know who you are. Oh yeah? You're the lawyer that they killed this whole family. You mean you killed my whole family? And just keeps digging, right? You're kind of like, bro, like what makes you get off your ass? You can kind of feel that with the guy, but it's such a fucked up different story that
in 2049?
Right.
Yeah.
That you could basically lose, but the pace is right. It's the pace, bro. It is the pace. That movie has you, you know, the scene happens, you know, he fights Batista or whatever, and he's like, fuck you, you've never seen a miracle. And then you're kind of like, hold on, what are you talking about? And then, you know, 15 minutes go by of him talking to his AI girlfriend, and then he's on to the next part, and they're like, fuck you, this is what happened. And you're like, what? And then 15 minutes go by, and it just has you on this carrot fucking stick rhythm.
Throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, you can tell the rhythm. You know what I mean? The other thing is, you know, there's not as much color in Sicario, but I feel like what you said is done in Sicario. It's in the dead of night, it's at sunset, or it's sunrise. That's it. Because they crawl through the tunnels.
Right.
They do the border crossing. You know, they're going out for early operations. The one dude tries to kill the girl, and then he shows up and saves her in her own pad, and that's in the middle of the night where he was partying. You know, there's nothing.
But he's like, don't go with those guys.
Right. And then what happens like during the day where, you know, they're mostly sleeping, you know, or hanging out or
right.
You know, doing briefings for, it's very, very paced very well. Like extremely well. The director.
I think that in 2049, I think with his coloring of all the scenes, I think he did a fantastic job. Right? Earth is bleak. Right? That's why everybody left.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's you know, it radiation's killed off most of everything.
Right.
Right. This is why they have these special farms where they're raising grubs for protein.
Yeah, it took me, so I'm not going to lie. It kind of went over my head about the whole, why the world is that way. And I forgot that they send them off world to work. So that makes even more sense now. You know, to go back to
it's almost it's supposed to be a post-apocalyptic world that didn't fall apart.
Right. Which is
right. They had a terrible war that essentially ruined the planet.
Right. You know, to go back to what we were saying about Ryan Gosling doing such a great stern-lipped acting, you know what I noticed through the whole fucking movie that I wrote down right here? He didn't run anywhere.
No, he walked.
Did you notice that?
He walks.
Like, he walked everywhere. I think the only time he ran through that wall,
right?
Which was kind of a dead giveaway. I'm like, homie, human. And I think Harrison Ford, because he locked the door and the dude ran through the wall, and Harrison Ford kind of chuckled. And I was like, oh, that's not good. Like, homie's definitely not flesh. You know, you just ran through a wall. And it was a big, thick brick wall, right?
Right.
And I thought it was funny because I wrote this down. As I wrote down, my man doesn't run anywhere, I wanted to be like, motherfucker, run. Like, go faster. Like, you're going too slow. You're starting to get on my nerves that we need to get this done. And 2 seconds later, he ran into the booby trap. And I have that written down right here that at the moment I was like, I'm going to tell Joe Skelly, This motherfucker needs to run and haul his ass. He needs a double time to get this case done. And then my man ran into a booby trap and blew himself up. And I'm like, yep. And that's where I'm an idiot. My man should have never questioned what the Blade Runner was doing, because he walked in, dude, that first booby trap. He's like, boop. And I was like, dog, I would have never even
seen that.
No, absolutely not. But he was so good at his job.
Well, it's funny you said that, because I just watched this paramedic movie.
Yeah.
And it's about two guys that have been on the job for years and years and years, and they have a student on the bus with them.
Oh.
And he doesn't want her to, he's burnt out. The lead paramedic's burnt out. He's like, listen, here are the rules. You don't say a word till I tell you. You don't do anything till I tell you. And we walk everywhere.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
We walk everywhere. We do not run.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it's a fantastic movie. You'd probably enjoy it. It's on
what is it?
It's on Amazon. I'll have to find it for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's running and she slips and falls.
Yep, there it is.
And he's like, that's why I said we don't run anywhere.
Yep.
It's a great movie.
That is that's 100% important. What do you think about the dog drinking alcohol off the ground? I kind of like it.
I do.
It shows that he's got this life of like, I just do whatever. Was he supposed to be in Vegas, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was
the way
in
he
Vegas.
described it.
Right.
He was like, used to be great. They used to give out money here like candy.
Yeah.
And everybody was doing stupid shit. And I was sitting there like, oh, it must be Vegas. Like,
it was Vegas.
That is? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense with the dancers and stuff too on the VR thing.
Right.
I like how he turned the VR on to distract him.
Yes.
And
the
fight
paramedic movie is called Code 3.
Oh, okay. Is it comedy? That sounds like
it's a
comedy.
dark comedy.
What's a Code 3 for EMS? Because Code 4 is clear for cops. What's Code 3?
I forget what he said it is.
Damn it. Now it's gonna I'm gonna look that up later.
Yeah.
So
it's on Amazon.
So yeah, dude. I think
would you recommend? Does it stand well on its own, or do you think you need to see the first one?
You absolutely need to see the first one to be able to fully appreciate the real life. But here's what I'm going to say. You're about to ask if I would recommend it to people. First of all, bro, those movies might be some of the greatest We Made This Movie Later movies sequels ever made.
Oh, 100%.
Brother.
As far as the sequel goes?
What fucking movies have we've talked about some phenomenal movies, right? Like we just watched 28 Years Later. 28 Years Later was okay. I wouldn't say it's the greatest movie. I wouldn't say it's the not greatest movie. Was I cool with the Jason Momoa dick hanging out looking dude running around with his schlong swacking everybody in the face while he's zombieing everybody? No, not really. But the dude who'd collected 10,000 skulls and made a 10-story building out of it, like that was some freaky shit, right? Like there's some alternate thinking here. But this movie, it's fucking perfect.
Oh, like, 2049.
Brother.
Yeah.
Brother.
On so many levels.
Oh, we didn't, you know what, dog? We almost forgot. We almost fucked this whole pooch. We didn't even mention the fucking, the assistant of the officer. The psycho redhead that fucking belt knifed that bitch and crushed her hand in the drink.
The replicant.
The replicant who was the bad guy of the cops.
Yeah, she was the one that worked for the head of the corporation that made replicants.
Oh, okay. She was always with the cops, so I thought she was a cop, but
she's not. He sent her over to the cops.
Okay.
She's the one that stole the bones.
Right. Yeah, I got that part was a little fuzzy at first, but once it, dude, what did you think about that fucking chop? She's like, yeah, look here. That dude looked away and she one-man that dude in the back of the neck. Yeah. And my man shot blood out of his fucking nose. Oh, yeah. I was like, listen, homie, if you get hit and blood shoots downwards out of your nose, you're cooked.
That's it.
Something's disconnected.
Yeah.
Something's not right. That blood should not have gushed that fast on a low neck hit. Like, you're dead.
Yeah.
And then she crunches that glass. That was an epic scene. There's another movie where they do that same scene where the dude grabs a glass and crushes it in the guy's hand, but I can't remember. But she fucking went all out. And then she's sitting there kind of groveling a little bit, and the bitch was like, I'm going to double down, and squeezed harder. And then she rips that knife out, which I have to go look it up, but I'm pretty sure I know whose knife that was. But she guts that bitch. And then later, bro, she pulled out the Pika. She had a fucking reverse edge, curved edge. Did you see it? And she's fighting him and he fucking knocks that one down or gets it stuck in him. And she pulled out a second one. And I was like, bro, I'd have kept you, right? She's like, we're people too. Bitch, you could be people all day, honey. You come with me.
Oh,
you stopping everybody beating me up. Look at that. You're just going to stab motherfuckers? Why are you carrying 3 blades? We got grown-ass men who don't carry 1 knife. You got 3 on you. You so fine. Listen, her beef was kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
What was her beef? Like, she wanted everyone to be good dogs. She was like, bad dog. I'm like, oh my God. I'm going to go clean my room right now.
Yeah, but you got to remember.
Creepy.
So you got to remember, right?
It was creepy.
Ryan Gosling's boss said there's a wall.
Yeah.
That she's like, we have to maintain this image of this wall that separates humans from replicants. Because if replicants realized what they were, there wouldn't be no more humans.
Oh.
Is essentially what she was saying, right?
Yeah.
Because replicants would just kill us all.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And this chick that worked for the Tyrell Corporation essentially was saying,
listen, I love her. That's a real soldier. And people will say, well, it's a Blutlicker. Nah, bro. She was a soldier. She was not there because they told her. She was there for the cause.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I'm pulling this. You're fucking garbage. I think she had a couple of moments where it vibed that she was telling the cop that she was less inferior to her, which I was like, yeah, I'm not sure if anybody heard you. You're violating the 3 rules of robotics. Like,
yes.
You're way out there, bitch.
Oh, 100%.
You 1,000% T1000 penis flytrap. Like, yeah, this is not good. You know what's worse than a Russian honeypot? A fucking replicant Russian honeypot.
Yeah, 100%.
That's terrifying.
Oh,
that
100%.
whole fight in the water outside in the rain was,
yeah.
Bro, what's up with that movie? That movie was great.
Yeah, right. Now here's one more. Edward James Olmos in the first movie and in the second movie.
Okay, which one is he?
He's the guy that wore the fucking fedora and had the cane. In the first one, he leaves.
Oh, the Mexican guy.
Yeah, he leaves.
So explain that to me again, because I remember you told me, but that went over my head so hard. What happened in the first movie? What happened?
Edward James Olmos, at the end of the movie,
okay,
Harrison Ford's coming back to his apartment because his girl's supposed to be waiting for him. Rachel.
Okay.
The replicant girl he's in love with is supposed to be waiting for him.
Okay.
And outside of his apartment, he finds an origami unicorn.
Fuck, I missed that one.
Right?
I gotta watch it again.
Now he knows the other Blade Runner, Edward James Olmos, his calling card is the origami animals. But the choice of a unicorn
is saying you're so special.
Like, this one's special.
Right, you can go.
I'll let you go. Right?
Bro.
And then they go to interview him. In the second one, he's an old man in a retirement home.
I love that part.
And Ryan Gosling goes to interview him. He's asking him about Harrison Ford. And he's like, oh, he rode off into the sunset, pretty much, right?
Right.
I don't know where he's at. He took the broad and left. And he's making origami animals.
Right.
In front of him. And I can't remember if he made another unicorn or not.
I want to say it was a swan, but again, I'd eaten a lot of edibles and cannot really remember. Having him in the movie again was phenomenal. I'm trying to find his freaking, yeah, here it is. Edward, I can't believe you know this guy's name's Edward James Olmos. Why do you know that guy's name? What's he in from?
Blood In, Blood Out.
That's why.
He's been in tons of movies and TV shows.
He has been in, he's been in a million things. He did the Miami Vice was really what I was thinking about.
Yeah, bro.
Was what I was thinking about is how he did that. You know, he did another movie though. Cannot remember where it was. Was it Dexter? Was it? I'm looking through his list right now. It was kind of a movie where he played an old man badass. Oh no, he did the Mayans too. He was a dad of one of the gang members in the Mayans, and he was like, yeah, we came from wherever and we had slain a bunch of people. And you're just like, what, dude? Like, what's wrong with you? his acting. So when I was talking about earlier about Ryan Gosling kind of maturing into his acting, that's what that reminds me of. His style of acting. Like his style of acting is always calm. It's always collective. He's very Morgan Freeman. Like you never, it's not Samuel L. telling you to fuck off. You're going to die. I'll blast your face.
He doesn't need to be loud.
Exactly.
To scare you.
Those are the best characters.
Right.
Those are the best fucking characters.
Biggest spoiler alert of all. End of 2049.
So I like that when they were
Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford's never seen his child that he had with the replicant.
Which was wild.
He's chose to not be part of the child's life to protect the child's identity.
The moment I knew that it was her was when he showed her the memory and she cried. I knew it was her because I was like, there's no.
So you explain hers because the listeners don't know.
So he goes to see. And,
who goes?
Ryan Gosling, the Blade Runner, goes to see what's accepted as the person who creates memories for the replicants.
Right.
That's her job. He goes to see, the best one out there, who just ironically happens to be a human who's locked in a bubble
because she has a rare disease.
Who has a rare genetic disease who can't get away. Well, he's asking her all these questions and he says, how do you know? He says, how do you know if he goes, how do you know if they're real? And she goes, well, they're all real.
All the memories are real. They're all based.
They're just parts of us are all in their memories and they're based on our memories. And that's how they become so real. And she said that. And he goes, well, I want to see if this memory is legit. And she gets to look at his memory and she's bawling.
Right.
And she just looks right at him and goes, well, somebody definitely lived this. And I knew right there, I'm like, bitch, that's your memory. Don't tell. I know. I couldn't figure out why, but I'm like, you know something you're not telling us. And when he got up and was like, he did his final, his one and only scene where he was louder than 2 decibels. And then he got up and left instantly. I knew something was wrong. I'm like, there's something wrong with this broad. Like, I don't know what she's doing, but there's something goofy. And then it just kept going. And I didn't realize that he'd had a daughter. Here's what really can space this out, because I think me and Shaggy missed this. So Rachel is the one who has the girl, but they took something and made Ryan Gosling and the girl who had died had those replicated bones. So that's where I was confused. Did they stamp?
The bones they found were Rachel's.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay. There was only one baby.
Right.
They said in the records there was 2, a boy and a girl.
Oh, okay.
But that was a red herring.
So it was a lie.
It was a lie.
Oh, so they duped the numbers and his number was duped for her then. See, I was looking at it from the opposite end of the table. Fuck me, dude. This whole time I'm like, bro, who the fuck cares about these bones?
Ryan
now
Gosling
it makes sense.
Has always been a replicant.
Right.
Will always be a replicant.
He just got serial. They took his serial number to cover for the girl, which is really interesting.
Right.
Now, they said, though, that they tried to make clones using the girl's DNA. Had they tried no, they couldn't have tried for Ryan Gosling off of Rachel because Rachel had just gotten there with Ryan Gosling finding the bones. So that doesn't make any. So Ryan Gosling is absolutely not related to Harrison Ford.
Not at all.
That's so fucked.
But he thinks he is because he has these memories that are very specific.
That happen to be hers.
Right.
Right. And then also, does it ever explain how he got in possession of that toy? Because I missed that part. And all of a sudden, 3/4 of the way movie, he's fucking playing with his toy. And I'm like, what? I like how they had that black dude in there.
I can't remember.
See, I'm gonna be honest. That's why I got confused. And again, it could have been because I had a lot to drink. But there was literally 9 stories going on. And you're like, brother, what the fuck just happened?
This is a movie you can watch again and again and again.
Oh, I'm going to watch it again. now I can watch it and I don't feel stressed. I was more stressed and like, I got to figure this puzzle out right now. You know, now I can go watch it and just get all the details.
And you'll start picking up more and more
right.
stuff. What about that crazy orphanage?
Which one?
When
the
Ryan
one
Gosling
where they were
goes,
digging parts?
Yeah.
I didn't understand that either.
So there's an orphanage, and he knows that this baby that the replicant had went to the orphanage. So they should have records.
See, I didn't understand that was an orphanage. I thought that was a work camp for more replicants.
It's supposed to be an orphanage, but the guy running the orphanage
is running it like a fucking work camp
for kids.
He was like, work harder. Stop. And dude, listen, for my man who didn't say anything through that whole fucking movie, he did not look happy in there.
No, he wasn't.
He was like, like he was fucking, he just looked livid.
And that's
like
why
he looked nutty. Like he looked mad. Like he wanted to down that dude, which I thought was interesting. I love the part where they had the black guy from that fucking movie about the Navy SEALs shooting the water that says, I am the captain now.
Oh, yeah.
The skinny dude.
Yeah.
I like how he described the wood. He was like, this is real fucking wood. He's like, this isn't fake. He's like, but you can smell that it comes from dirty land and it's got this. He goes, and check this out. And he puts it in the machine. He goes, it's fucking radioactive, bro. He's like, where? And then he looks at him. He's like, do you want something for this? I can get you a real horse for that toy.
Right.
He wanted to trade a real fucking horse for
that's worth millions
for a toy made of real wood.
Right.
That's scary as fuck.
Right.
Like
the horse is worth horse is worth millions.
Right. And he's like, I get you a real horse. I get you 2 real horses. What do you want, bro? He's like, let me get that off of you though. Think about how much respect that guy must have for him to not try to fucking rob him.
Right.
Because he was like, hey man, yeah, this is radioactive. Here you go. Like, I don't want to fuck with you. Here's your toy back, your toy horse. Right? Like the entire fucking movie is a trip.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it and you just listen to the spoiler alerts,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The movie is that good.
The epic filming of, listen, write down, you know what I love too? His car drone. He had an automatic car drone, bro. What the fuck? When we get to that point, we're in big trouble. He was like, go over here, scan here, turn right 30 degrees.
Oh, the drone that came out of his car.
Just comes right out of his fucking car, dude.
Right.
Then everybody else showed up and the same thing happened. 9 fucking drones floated up and just and they're radio voice controlled. They could do whatever, bro. I'd die for one of those little drones. Hey man, go over there. I'll name it fucking Blade Runner. Blade Runner, go up 50 feet, please.
Yeah.
I need to see the right side of that car. Like, bro, that alone. Listen. I don't know why they can't fix cops in real life. They got to figure it out in the movies. I'm just going
to say the scene with Batista in the beginning is super. It's so low key but it's super intense.
It is.
It's a weird combination of being crazy intense, but very low key.
I like the fight. The fight was good. The listen, man, I like that you said you like that guy. I like him too. He's a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Right.
So he's
Dude, he did another movie called Bushwick that was awesome.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one yet.
That's great.
I like that fucking line though. He's like, it would not go over me. I would catch it. Like, brother, shut up. Like, you gotta be quiet.
Oh, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians. Yeah. Stuber was hilarious. Stuber, that whole movie of him
when he's driving around
with the Uber, and he's like, hey, somebody did crash in the hole. Well, why didn't they mark it with a sign? There is a sign. Shut up and keep driving. Like, what? Like, but yes, you are right. The scene is written phenomenally. I think he even told him, like, I'll leave. And fucking homeboy was like, that's not my job, though. My job isn't to let you leave. My job is to fuck you up.
Right.
Like, that's fuckery.
Yeah.
Listen, you need to go watch the movie. Listeners, not us. We already watched it. I want to put that out there. Me and Joe, I'm going to put this out there.
But here's the crazy part about both those movies.
Yeah.
First of all, 82, you said? It's the first one?
Yeah. Yeah. 82.
Some of that shit's not that far off from reality.
Well, we have AI girlfriends.
No, I'm talking about the first one.
Oh. Yeah.
The first, some of that stuff's not too far off.
No.
And the second one hits home a lot closer.
Right. The second one it does. Listen, I want to throw this out here. Tonight we are without Shaggy, but I want to put this out there. I think my man was like rooting for the robots. Bro, I was like, what do you think of that movie? He's like, it's one of the greatest movies of all time. I said, why is that? He goes, because they're learning miracles. And I was like, dude, fucking Hannibal. What the fuck did you just say? Brother, that's not what the movie's about. The movie's about life 100%, but why do I feel like you about to wax me for a fucking blender right now? You know, I wanted to be like, tell that kid, like, dog, you know you can't have no blender pet, right?
No.
Like, you can't be plugging it in and be like, the blender's going to caress me and put your hand inside of it.
Yeah, no, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, I got those kind of vibes from him. We got to be careful. We got to be super careful. That dude would sell us out to the fucking Blade Runner.
Yeah, or
vice versa. I'm not sure.
T-1000.
Yeah. Or he's just going to fall in love with the T-1000.
Like my man.
Yeah.
Humans first.
Yeah, there was some...
Humans first.
Yeah. And I'm not saying if they want to co-live, but that's not how that works. That dude was like straight up like, he was like, I feel like I've had my own child watching this robot find flowers. Like, what the fuck did you just say, bro? You need to calm down. Stop smoking that shit. Take that. You're done.
Shaggy's done.
You're done. No
Shaggy's
more.
Done
I don't know
sci-fi.
what you smoked or ate before you came here, but you're not allowed to do that again.
Shaggy is not allowed to see. There's a TV series you need to see.
Uh-oh.
Called Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, I've seen a couple episodes. TBS.
Okay.
But I've never watched the whole thing.
Oh.
You're a Firefly fan guy too, aren't you? No, really? I would have thought you would have went with Fire. Really?
It was okay.
A lot of people are obsessed with that shit.
Battlestar Galactica, I didn't know how I was going to feel about it because I used to watch the original in the 70s.
Wait, did they make a new one?
Yes, not the one from the 70s.
Oh, you're talking about watch the new one.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's not to be mistaken with the Babylon Earth movie
with
John Travolta and his dreadlocks and platform goth shoes,
that
right?
whole movie,
I'm
by
just
the way,
making sure.
That whole movie is a recruiting movie for the Church of Scientology. That entire movie is a Church of Scientology.
We should not even ruin our episode by talking about that dog shit of a movie. Dude, listen, did you like how they put him in slow-mo with the Predator?
Oh, God.
Yeah. You seen that, right?
Yeah.
Like he moves to the left, his Predator dreads like slowly waft to his face.
Dude, I can't.
All right, I was just making sure.
I'm done.
I forget that, you're tapped into that.
Track down the newest Battlestar Galactica. It came out probably 10 years ago, right? It's a TV series.
Yeah.
Out of this world.
The TV series.
Yeah. It was it was on TV. It was on cable or whatever.
I'm going to have to find the Blade Runner jacket.
Oh.
We should just start wearing
it. Dude, they're available. They're on eBay.
That's a more beautiful Bane jacket.
Yeah.
You already looked it up.
Oh, yeah. I had them saved. You can find them. They're on eBay.
My problem is I don't know what kind of clothes you're supposed to wear under the jacket. That's the problem. You don't want to be... You walk outside, it's like those kids who walk around with like Juggalo shirts and trench coats. You're like, dog, you mismatched, homie. You all fucked up.
Yeah.
You got 1980 on your feet.
Yeah, you can get the Ryan Gosling jacket from 2049. It's on eBay.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll bet that bitch is not warm.
Probably not. And they're like $180.
Probably made of plastic on eBay.
Yeah.
Like a cosplay one.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a company that makes them.
Listen, imagine you go all the way to fucking Comic-Con dressed as the Blade Runner from that, and then you got to carry your jacket because that bitch is too hot. My man was not sweating at all in that movie. No. You know what I'm saying? So he looked pretty good. But anyways, all right, I think that's it, man. Listen, you guys check out the movies. Blade Runner is now on the list of legacy movies. I'm going to throw this out here real fast. I don't want to get into it, but I have to ask you. Oh, you really do have it. Damn it. I could probably make you one now that we have all this leather. Oh, $80. That's not bad. Listen, I have to ask you this.
Okay.
Wait, are you a comic guy or no?
Some comics.
What are we talking? Batman?
Well, which Batman?
Ooh, there we go. I like the answer. The answer is good enough. Did you watch the new... Yeah, that's dope, bro. Are those canvas or leather?
Canvas.
That's not bad. At least it'll last.
Right.
So listen, just quickly, I need to know because I'm curious. Did you watch the new Flash movie?
No, I'm not a fan of Flash. Didn't watch him.
Okay. All right, good.
I didn't watch the Fantastic Four. I was never into them.
All right. We're going to have to go. Well, yeah, I'm not going to say nothing. Never mind. Let's get out of here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Baes Boyz Podcast. If you made it this far.
Yeah, well, I'm more surprised.
More surprised? Yeah.
Listening to us rant about 2 movies. But
listen,
hey,
those fucking movies are epic.
Those movies are fantastic.
And let's be honest, we pick amazing movies.
That's true.
Our listeners have voted that we literally pick the greatest movies for our listeners to watch. So go watch them. Be happy. Don't get fucking stabbed by a hottie robot.
No, that would be bad.
Yeah. We're out of here.
Later.
97 seconds of everything you don't want.